Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to Sunday evening's new podcast show called The CRYPTID HOUR. It might not last an hour. It might last 2 minutes. It might be absolutely shockingly shit. It might last for 3 days. Who knows? There's only one way to find out.
Hey, Shell.
Yes, hello to everyone. So, Shelley, David, yourself, Darren, Wild Bill. Wild Bill is a guy that you need to speak to about that mask. Wild Bill, I'm going to message you later. David's in Texas. I know you're in Georgia, but David's got a massive favor. Either if you can or you know someone who can do this. Your name was the first name that popped up into my head, so I will send all the details over as soon as. Hi, Wilson. Who else? Midwest, Gerald. Welcome, everyone. So, we weren't sure whether we was going to do live or pre-record. It was pre-record for a moment or two.
Yeah, last minute we're like, you know what? Let's go live. I'm going to go live on Instagram. I'm going to tell everyone where to go, and bing, bang, boom, Here we are.
Yeah, so let's see. So welcome, Blazer. Well, thank you, Darren and Blazer, for doing the modding tonight. Really do appreciate it. You got as much notice as what myself and David did.
Yeah.
Which was zero.
Hey,
but anyway.
Baby with a laser. I like that name. What's up?
Yeah, so that's a line out of a song. He has told me a million times. Can I remember it? The answer is going to be no.
The Sober Carper, is that the name?
Carper. Yeah.
Nice. What's up?
He's sober and he goes fishing. I've been out investigating with him quite a lot.
Fisherman. Interesting.
Yeah, we've had a few weird things go on down at Cannock Chase and what have you on numerous occasions. Not just it's just been me and him. There's been me, him, and Simon, and a couple of others, and yeah, it's just been weird, crazy. Don't know what to call it, but yeah, it's been good.
Last night watchers, what's happening, man? Man, we got all the people here. I love it.
There we go. So the track is "It Bites" by Black December Moon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So nice. Jacques from South Africa. Welcome.
Wow,
thank you
dude.
for coming on. Thank you to James. Yeah, it's round the corner.
For you?
No, it's about 11. It's about 11 hours away. It's about an 11-hour flight. It's easy, probably quicker for me to fly to Texas than it is South Africa.
Probably, yes. Yeah. So across the pond,
across the water. Hi Heidi, thank you for coming on. Hi Roger.
Hey Heidi.
I would type, but I'm sat in a completely different position tonight, so I can't actually
easy
access.
Easy
I'm accessing. I know. I've just spun round. Right, Zeno, Matty, thank you for coming on. So I'm using a different mic because my other one's up there on an arm and it doesn't quite reach over when I sit here. So it's, just this is last minute, like plan B set up for a live. So anyway, we're here. So this is a CRYPTID Hour. We are going to be talking this week. I don't know if you can guess by the picture behind David. Mermaids and mermen, or mer people, or mer them, they, that, it. However you want to go, whatever road you want to go down with that. So, the Mermaids. We're going to do the Mers.
I love it. Thanks. Hey, man, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this. I love it. I'm big into cryptids, but I don't know a lot of cryptids, so this is why I was like, oh man, I got to do this because I got to learn more about this stuff.
You know? I know a lot. I know of a lot, and I know little bits about each one. But this way, so I'm going to be learning as well because I'm just download shitload of data, details, accounts, all that kind of stuff. I've got it all set right in front of me now, so I can see it. I can reference back to it as well. It's not written on a bit of paper. It's not the usual stuff that you'd get off the internet. When I do the research for this kind of stuff, I do a deep dive. I go, when people will go to the first page of Google to get the information, I'll go to like 800 page. yeah, just keep going and going and going. So it's the most obscure details you can ever imagine, and grab
Right.
that and that back. So, as you know, I use two different search engines, not Google,
Mm-hmm.
to do a lot of my research, and it's just better, more better accounts, more detail, and give you guys more knowledge. So I know little bits about. So I was just reading what Wild Bill spot. Andy knows enough about cryptids to make him dangerous, like a lot of us. Yeah, yeah. Oh, now I didn't know that.
What's that?
So Midwesters put, ever heard of the elite dinner parties where mermaids were on the menu? Now it's strange that you mentioned that, because I was watching some on Instagram earlier, and there's a part of California that it's not on the map. No one's allowed to go to it. And this is going to blow your mind a little bit, because I was like, well, I'm surely that used to be somewhere else. But I did hear a while back that they moved it. Even the president cannot go. He can only go as a guest. And when he's there as a guest, he cannot go as chief secretary or whatever, like head of state. He just goes as a normal person. Whatever, any of these federal rules and laws and all that do not exist. You know where it is?
I don't. That's for goddamn sure.
Bohemian Grove.
Oh yes, I've heard of it. I
So
posted
it used to be behind Mount Rushmore, and they used to have that thing every year, the Owl Festival or whatever it's called, and they used to have it every year and blah blah blah. And then it just all of a sudden it just kind of like stopped. And now, like I said, I was watching this reel, and they go into detail, and they map it. They use lidar. They use all these different ways of doing it. And it's like, it's the elite. It's 250 of the world's elite, and whatever goes on, and that's as far down the rabbit hole I'm going with that, because I don't want, and then I vanish. You know what I mean?
Well, I know I posted many a video on this, and there was a film crew that went down there, and so they went and interviewed the people of the surrounding town. So it's gated to go into the area where these guys are at Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
But the town around it is very familiar with all the what's going on and what's happening.
Oh yeah, it's the second highest guarded place in the US, straight after Area 51. They have sonar, sensor, and there's a new one, some sort of motion detection within like 10, 15 miles of entering it, either by land, air, or sea. Or water, I should say, because you got the rivers and lakes as well as the ocean and all that around that you can access it to by. So even that, and you've got like it's armed guards, put it that way.
Well, in this video, the people in the town, they would go up and start talking to him about it, asking him questions, and most would just shut the hell up. They wouldn't say anything. So I can't talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. But some were like, oh yeah, like they ask for girls to be delivered there. They ask for, sometimes they'll come into the town and have lunch here, and we see who they are.
It's a bit the blue and white striped building island that keeps getting mentioned a lot quite lately. That a lot of people are denying they even know the guy that owned it, but yeah, his brother was called Frank.
So I posted a video from someone was in a hotel on a ocean front or some sort of, I don't know what, but from the video they were looking down on the water, and it was kind of clear. Underwater was a table, right, surrounded by people that were just sitting around that table underwater.
See, that on its own's creepy.
That was just the weirdest video. I posted that. I looked it up to make sure it wasn't AI, and according to the detector, it wasn't. But it looked freaking bizarre. And I wondered, are these people? Are these mermaids? What are these people that are having whatever dinner at this table, or having a meeting or some sort of thing? Very bizarre.
Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we ain't talking about Bohemian Grove. Well, we are, but we're not. We're talking about mermaids. Are the mermaids at Bohemian Grove? That's a completely different rabbit hole
Are
to
they
go
served
down.
up on a plate?
Maybe,
Kind of sushi
maybe
like.
not. Yeah, big bag of rice to go with that. That's all I can say. Anyway, so welcome to everyone in the chat. Thank you all for joining us tonight. So, yeah, we're going to talk about mermaids. So, I've gone back as far back, documenting history of what we can about these amphibious creatures. So, ancient and mythological origins predate 1000 AD. So, you at least 1,000 years ago, there was carvings and drawings and like parchment stuff and on tablets and all that kind of stuff. So these go back to the Atrahasis Decito, the Syrian goddess depicted as half woman, half fish. So worshipped openly, temples and statues existed. Considered a real diving, might be diving as well. Real divine being, not symbolic folklore. See, that makes you wonder as well, doesn't it? If it goes back so far, how can it not be true? They might not exist now, but I think at some point in time they were a thing. But who knows?
So what are you thinking then? You thinking they're dying out? Do you think it's something a race that's not?
Well, we've taken over humans X percentage of the Earth, and then I was watching another video that is only like 97% of the ocean that's been researched. The rest of it we can't physically get to, because if there's is it Mariana Trench? If you went to the bottom of that, it'd just crush you into nothing. You wouldn't even be dust. You'd be wet dust, but you wouldn't even be wet dust. You
disintegrate.
You'd be flaky
you'd be
fish
like
food.
Thanos went. You're gone.
Pretty much. Yeah, you'd just be gone. So, could there be these type of creatures living down there, even in the rivers and lakes, and not just in the oceans? They could be anywhere. Who knows? But also, so it jumps now to sirens. So this is ancient Greece. This is 700 to 300 BC. So the 400 year period, where they was originally depicted as human-animal hybrids, later merging with mermaid imaginary. Homer's Odyssey describes beings that lured sailors, were seen, heard, and interacted with them physically, all around the Mediterranean Sea. So, like Southern Europe. So yeah, there's quite a lot, and you've got the Celtic in Northern Europe. They were known as the Seal people in Scotland and Ireland. Merrows, Irish mermaids, described as red-haired, wearing enchanted capes, able to marry humans. And then it jumps right the way through to medieval and early modern documented accounts from 1000 to 1700 AD.
The sirens, The sirens.
But this is the thing, right? And this is because I'm trying to stick to more UK based. I am going to go out and do worldwide, but I'm going to keep coming with each cryptid each week. I'm going to bring it back to UK based, because you guys have got Bigfoot and Mothman and all that, and we've got maybe fairies, maybe goblins and ghosts, and I want cryptids.
Okay.
I want an equivalent Bigfoot type cryptid, but different. So I'm on the search for this an elusive human type creature is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
I know that if you were to go to every state in the United States, there's not just one. Like every state has several cryptids. Several. I'm shocked by this because, You know, to me, it's always been Bigfoot. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
And now there's Dogman, but Dogman seemed to have appeared like in the past 5, 6, 7 years. It's not something that you can say, oh yeah, the natives they talked of Dogman. No, they didn't. They talked to Bigfoot, Sasquatch, right? But mermaids, bro. Like if you take, for example, some of the oldest stories in history, if you're talking about, oh my God, what is it? The Odyssey, right? You're talking about the guy who is leaving. He's going back home. He just ended a war against Troy. I can't remember his name. It's not popping in my head, but his Odyssey home, one of the tours he takes is through this thing which they heard about. It's called the sirens, which are like mermaid-like creatures.
The high-pitched tone, the singing, which lures the fishermen.
It lures you to the point where you
entrancing.
So he's a king, right? He basically tells his men on the boat to plug their ears, all of them to plug their ears, but he wants to hear the siren. He wants to hear the sing. So he has them tie him up to like the boat, tie him completely up. And then he tells his people, no matter what he says, when he starts to hear them, no matter whatever command, just ignore it. Just get past it. And as they go in close to where the sirens are singing, he is losing his freaking mind because he wants to go to the sirens. He's telling them, untie me. He's telling them, let's go towards this. And they just ignore him, you know. But I mean, you're talking, this is Homer, man. This is like one of the first stories out there. So interesting that they're there.
Well, crazy. Get this bit. So going to jump back to the UK now. So I didn't even know that the UK had actual mermaid sightings documented. So we're going back to 1187. So Ralph of Coggeshall. So Coggeshall is right on the border. It's more Essex, but it's on the border of Essex and Suffolk in the southeast of the UK. So it says a strange sea creature with the form of a woman was seen swimming near the coast. And this is written by a church historian, not even a storyteller. So, as you know, the credentials for a church historian has to be top notch. You've got to have all the academic qualifications to do anything like that. They're not just going to invite anyone in off the street. Even back in like nearly 1200, you're going to have to prove that what you're writing is legit and you're just not making up any old crap. So it's just he done some drawings of like the top half as a female, bottom half looked like a fish. These carvings in the churches as well, cathedrals and monasteries, and these date back to the 1300s. So you're going back like over 700 years ago.
Yeah.
And these are not decorative fantasy. These are medieval churches that did not depict imaginary creatures lightly. Because you've got the gargoyles on them. What a lot of people didn't realise that gargoyles are there for protection. So these just loads. You've got UK, France, Germany. They've got them in the ecclesiastical architectural records. So you can check that out. Go and have a look, and they're all there. And one of them, so going to jump to 1608, and this is in Kinsale in Ireland, and it's one of the most famous named accounts of mermaid sighting. So it's a local fisherman and town residents all seen what they believe to be a mermaid. Pale skin, long dark hair, very human-like facial features, fishtail, spoke, a bit like me, unintelligibly. So kind of like, as he was talking, it wasn't making much sense. I guess that's what it means. The creature was reportedly captured for a moment, but escaped back into the sea. And then not long after that, someone carved a mermaid stone that was erected and left in the town. So and that can be found in local Irish records, later referenced by British antiquarians. So this is my thing with all these different creatures and beings and what have you. Something must have been seen for these to exist and not just come straight out of someone's imagination.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think you're right. Yes, for sure, man. I mean, could it be imagination? Yes.
Yeah.
But for it to last as long, for it to be something that we see videos on it. I mean, let's go back before AI. There's been tons of videos of sirens, mermaids. I mean, literally, and okay, first, there must be a large portion of that that's not right. It's fake, right? But what about the other portion that isn't? Is that proof?
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Say 99% of it's fake. Yeah?
Yeah. Right.
There's 1% that cannot be explained. Still 1%.
So let me ask some people out there if they have any idea, because this just came off the top of my head, and I do have a theory I want to share with you, Andy, but we'll wait for that a little later. But I want to ask everyone out there, if your normal mermaid in your mind, you know what it looks like, top right, bottom half as the shell or whatever you want to call it, the scales. How do they procreate, yo?
Well, this is the thing.
Get around the scales, or what's going down there, man?
Well, you must have. Well, you've got male and female, but then if you go back to seahorses, the males are the ones that get pregnant and give birth.
Oh, you.
But some fish don't actually do intercourse to reproduce.
Yeah.
They lay eggs, and then female lay eggs, and the male will go and cover it in specific treatment.
Yeah. So Wild Bill says, same way fish do.
Yeah. That's it's not physical. It's not physical.
So there are no members to.
Apparently not.
No badgies. No.
To be honest, I've never really thought about that side to it. I just want mermaids to be real. Out of all the different cryptids, if nothing else existed, if everything else was fake, I would want mermaids to be that one cryptid that was 100% genuine.
Crazy, man. That would be. Yeah, I want to see it too. I just want to see it from my own eyes.
Yeah,
I don't think that's much to ask.
No,
probably never going to see a Bigfoot. I would love to see Bigfoot. Apparently, there are wood structures here in San Antonio. I did not know. I interviewed a guy who that's all he does is goes and looks for that. He says he's had an encounter with a dog man and whatever. But dude, I want to see a mermaid. I would love to see that.
Well, do you want to see the one I created? Not physically,
please.
Digitally.
I would love
so
to see
this one behind you. You got 10 seconds worth. Enjoy.
Daddy like a lot.
Knew exactly what you was going to say then.
That is what that's my kind of mermaid right there. Daddy like that for sure. For show.
Yeah.
For show. I love it.
Yes. But this is what I mean. This is why I want to do the lesser known cryptids, because Bill, it's like Bigfoot's all over the earth and everyone is talking about it. With Dogman, everyone's talking about it. Ghosts and spirits, everyone's a paranormal investigator, including myself at one point. And it's just, we need these other things that people are forgetting about, or there's not that much information documented on them. Do you know what I mean?
They're not getting their fair share.
They're not getting the 5 minutes worth, where some of the others are getting far too much. You know what I mean? There's a bit of an overkill with specific cryptids. Even Mothman doesn't get the coverage that he should, or she should, they should.
No, that's true. They have been. There's been a lot of cases in Chicago, especially at the airport.
Oh, do you know you want to speak to about that, Lon Strickler?
I just have been hearing, and I've been there recently in Chicago. In the airport, like, it's connecting flights or what have you. So I had my eyes peeled, man. But there's been so many, like hundreds and hundreds of reports of Mothman in the area, flying in the area, videos of him.
Yeah.
No clue why.
Speak to Lon Strickler or even Vincent Richardson. Lon that's his thing, and he just flying humanoids of Chicago, and I think he has a name for him. I think he calls them the unseen.
Nice.
So I'm sure it is. He's been on a couple of times. I do need to get him back on. It's been far too long. He's such a top guy, but he'll go into detail. He'll tell you the conversations. He won't give you obviously the names of everyone that's there. He'll give you as much detail without giving everything away. I don't mean giving the location, and so anyone watching will be able to contact these people and find out what's going on. He doesn't go that deep, but enough information to cover that what he's saying is legit. So,
hey Jen,
hello. I'm glad you can see these people. My eyes are shocking today. So I'm going to jump to 20th century modern witness cases.
Bring it, dog. Bring it.
So the first one is 1967 in BC in Canada, British Columbia. So it was a lone fisherman, name withheld. His description was female humanoid, long hair, webbed hands, that's some people around here,
creepy,
swam alongside the boat. Canadian Coastal Reports Archive. So you can actually find these details online.
Nice.
So, yeah. And then, so this is another thing. 1990, KwaZulu-Natal, multiple witnesses, school children, and teachers. So for them to be seeing this, reporting it, and it was like the mass UFO sighting in, was it South Africa back in the 70s? Do you know what I mean? So to me, this brings that kind of aspect to it. Mermaid-like being was seen after severe storms. Cultural belief that water spirits precede disasters. Local newspapers, anthropological studies.
Hey, Nicole.
Hiya. Blame David, not me. Bye.
I went on Instagram live and told everyone what the hell is going on, girl.
We was going to do it pre-recorded. I give David the final executive choice.
Yeah, and I pulled the trigger, baby.
He said, let's go live. Let's see how it goes. So this is what we're doing.
Pretty impressive so far. I'm really happy with all the people that are here.
Cool. Yeah. So cultural belief in KwaZulu. I'm guessing that's Africa, South Africa somewhere. That it's a bit like the Mothman, the Hat Man. It precedes disasters, natural disasters.
Right. Harbinger of doom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So then, modern suppression and controversy. Right. So this is NOAA, NOAA. This is in 2012. Publicly stated, no evidence of aquatic humanoids exist. Oh, NOAA must be a acronym for some sort of agency then, not a place. So this came after viral footage raised public questions. So the main key notes on this, the statement was reactive. No detailed investigation was ever released. So they're just coming out and go, nope, they don't exist. That's it. Just shut everything down.
Can you imagine how frustrating this is for the people who are witnessing this? Because they're like, hey, man, I saw something. It's
Yeah,
weird. Can you tell me something about it? Do you know anything about it? They're like, no, nothing to see. You're
yeah,
crazy.
exactly that.
You're crazy. You didn't see anything. We don't think you saw anything. We think you're lying. Can you imagine how frustrating that is for these people? F
I
that
know.
shit, man.
I know. Oh, just bear with me 1 minute. I'm going to do the 10 membership giveaway. Why might as well do it on this one while we can. The only thing
Nice.
is, I didn't get the chat up in YouTube. I've only got the chat on StreamYard. So this is what I mean. I was just ready to pre-record it. I weren't even doing anything else. So right, you might get some background thing because I need to pause it before it starts playing. There we go. Please tell me it's paused. Yeah.
Paused?
Because I get that horrible like tinnitus noise. Right, so let's do the 10 membership giveaway. You ready?
Let's do it.
First 5. There you go. Good luck. Enjoy. You get your name in green and you get notifications. Maybe, maybe not. So 5 Derek. We ride as DG. Dead Fish. I can't even read that next one. And then you've got Sadie and Sean Smith. They're the first lot. So, and then give me a moment and I'll do the second one. Oh. He says.
All right. So who got it there, Andy?
It just takes so long for everything to upload.
Is that why Shelly has a green, like
Dead Fish?
Green?
Derek. No, because Shelly, she is one of the good ones who pays out of her had and cash each month to join.
Make sure you go out
the next 5
Instagram
you see
and
these.
follow her on Shell's Spooky Stories. Shell's Spooky Stories on Instagram.
No. That's a different one. No, that's a different Shell.
Oh, Snapola. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shell. My bad.
It's all right, but do that anyway.
I'm thinking about somebody else. Yeah, let me know,
right,
Shell.
So here's the next 5.
3489. What is your Instagram? Put it out on here and I'll shout it out.
So, John Darwin, he's in the chat. He's just been speaking. Sir Brian Bowden has been gifted. Brandy, Blondes and Booze. Nice. Karen Holton TV and the Techno Shaman. You all got gifted your membership this month.
Very cool, man.
That's a top name, that.
Yeah.
So the thing is with this, I can't even choose who gets it. So it's not like me going, well, they've been on from like the very beginning, I'll give it to them. It's just random from YouTube. As long as you subscribe to the channel, then you will get you're in the pot then to be picked to have your subscription.
Membership. So very nice.
Yes. Very nice. Oh, cheers, Jen. Absolute legend that you are.
Jen.
Thank you so much.
You're awesome, Jen.
Star.
February 19th, Jen, you and me. February 19th. I haven't forgotten. It's on my schedule.
So good. So they're the no, I'm not doing this one. Got sidetracked. Right, so reoccurring description patterns, and this is what makes the theory that these creatures are a real thing. Okay. Across 2,000 plus years, reports consistently describe the same thing: female appearance, human facial structure, long hair, fishtail, not legs, silent or unintelligible speech. Say it. And they're always seen near the coast during storms or along estuaries.
Wow.
So,
have you ever seen Splash?
Yes.
So Tom Cruise, Daryl Hannah, John Candy. in the movie, I don't know if they pull this for the movie or if this is something that's already known. If you guys out there know, let me know. But when she gets on land, she has legs. She looks humanoid. She looks like an actual human being. When she gets back to the water, she has her one fish tail, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think that is something that they have the ability to do to come on
this
land?
This is one of the other things, and this is the same theory as to werewolves. So I'm just going to do the broad version of it. I'm not going to go into detail. Basically, you're a mermaid or you're a werewolf. You can turn into a human as and when. You can probably access it so many times. Mm-hmm. But then if you stay in that either realm for over a certain period, then you then get locked into that body frame. Or you get the choice, right? You've done it X amount of times. Your option now, if you turn back to having human legs, that's it. You cannot become a mermaid again.
Okay.
So it's I'm saying, I think, for the werewolf stuff, if you turn into a werewolf again, then that's it. You're locked into a werewolf, i.e. dogmen. That's why the human light. I don't know. It's just theories that I've heard, that people have spoke about, that I've read about, that I've listened to on podcasts, on radio shows, TV documentaries, and so on. So I think that is their law, as in LORE, not LAW.
Right.
That's what they're tied into. Because if it wasn't, they're just going to keep coming and going. It kind of like takes the piss a little bit. It's not keeping their their culture. It's not keeping to their culture of what they're supposed to be and the reason why they're doing it.
Can you imagine though if they could do that at will? If they could switch at will,
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, and we would probably have a lot of problems, especially in coastal areas. They're just coming and grabbing some stuff that they want to take with them. You know what I'm saying? Abducting people.
Yeah.
Taking animals,
How do we know? But then, saying that, how do we know that's not happening? How do we know that
we don't?
It isn't.
There's a lot of missing people in the world, right?
Yep. And you got a lot of them like missing 411. You've got the national parks like over in the States and Canada. Our national parks are probably not even a square mile. So if you go missing in there, it's because you're an idiot, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there are a lot of...
But then you have lakes and you've got the underground caverns and all that. So how do you know there's nothing living in these waterways?
Yeah, you don't.
Because the worst thing that anyone could say about this, and this is what winds me up, but you don't hear of them accounts. No. And the reason you don't hear of them accounts because they've been taken, never to be spoken about again. Yeah. That person's gone. I'm not saying they've been killed, but they've been taken. Maybe they're living a big, happy life being a merman or a mermaid or parents to dogmen children or whatever. So there's loads and loads of different things that different rabbit holes that you can go down with that. I'm not saying any of them theories are fact.
Right.
But what I'm saying is we don't know what is fact and what is fiction.
So are you ready for my bizarre theory,
Yes.
Andy? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sat down.
I have tons of really bizarre theories. I always do this, and I'll sit and think on them for, years at a time, dog. I'm nuts. Okay. So one of my theories is this, as it refers to mermaids. So if you think about the Anunnaki and you know the story of what these aliens who came to Earth a long time ago, they were using these another race to help them with collecting materials that they wanted here from Earth. The race rebelled, so they got rid of them, and they decided, there are these humanoids that are like, not that bright. let's take some, let's split up their DNA. And according to that lore, we are the result of that
Yes.
interaction. So if you go and look at our DNA, there are some splices in our DNA that actually have, reduce our life. For one, we don't live long lives. Like, if you go back to like
no.
Noah, he lived 900 years or whatever. If you actually believe that maybe humans at one point lived very, very long lives, they regulated our lifespan, shortened it. They gave us intelligence, something that was like we didn't have at the time. So they changed us, right? They made us the modern humans that we are today. This is all, I'm just saying, this is all theory. And then there's another theory that says there are alien bases in the oceans. And this is one of the reasons why we've only seen so much of the ocean. We will not research any more than 5 to 7%. We have not seen 90 something percent of the ocean.
Physically get to, even with submerged vehicles.
Right.
Not going to use submarine because it's not just submarines.
So
you can
NASA
only get so far. But even with the drones can only go down so far, and then they cut off.
So if you, NASA had at one time, like they were trying to explore the oceans, they were getting out there, and then they abruptly stopped. Something caused them to stop. A lot of theories on that is there are aliens down there. They have bases down there, and they told them to stop. It's just a theory. But what if there are aliens down there, and they've been there for a long ass time before we were here, right?
Yeah.
And if they were able to manipulate our DNA, what if they were making other creatures down there and they decided to make a humanoid creature and give it fish-like qualities and then just let them go out and see how they work and see how they go or whatever. And they help them with hiding and staying in the...
But this is the other thing. This is what I was saying when we was talking about Bigfoot the other night. Bigfoot. So say it is like a missing link. I'm not saying it is, hypothetically speaking.
But it has been
Bigfoot is the missing link between ape-like creatures and humans.
Right.
What if mermaids are the missing link between humans and aquatic type creatures?
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
What if we went into the water? Because there are tribes down in the South Pacific that can go in the water. They can hold the breath. They go hunting. And they can hold the breath like up to 30 minutes, which is supposed to be physically impossible.
Right.
The huts that they have are sat on the water, and they spend like 3/4 of the day in the water. Like doing the hunting. They only come back to like cook and clean, like do your normal mundane tasks and what have you. But they're more adapted to living in the water than they are on land. And it's being, the genetics are changing as well. It's not just physical abilities, it's body-like functions as well that are adjusting.
Interesting.
So I think interesting. The bones are changing, the muscle structure are changing, the amount of cartilage and all that for the bones to be able to bend and move and not crush under pressure. Look it up. I can't remember the tribe's name. There's about 3 or 4 of them, and they're all like around the South Pacific. So you will find it, honestly, and it's so even if it's not real, it's a very interesting rabbit hole to go down. I can't pronounce my T's. I'm from Manchester.
Friday. I was thinking that on Fridays. I was listening for his T's, and they never came.
There are none.
That's freaking hilarious, man.
The only T's that I have is if there's no coffee or my evening dinner. So in the northern part of the UK, you call it your tea.
Say the word stop.
Stop.
Oh, he used a T in there. I heard that.
Stop.
T.
Water.
Stop.
Water. Nicole goes, man, he's like, you don't pronounce your T's right now. It just takes too long. If it's at the beginning of the word, then yeah.
To use the T. Oh my God. We need to be like on that kind of we need to use our minds to communicate, and that'll be faster, right?
Say bottle.
Butthole. Butthole.
Oh,
But
yeah.
But guys,
So
what do you
anyway,
think about my weird theory? I know it's not, listen, I know it's probably not true, but it's a weird theory that maybe aliens have genetically created mermaids. It's just a thought. Let me know what you think about that thought.
or
I'm interested. Uh-oh.
they're not genetically created. Mermaids are aliens.
Ooh.
So when say they came from Mars, Mars is dried up. There has been apparently this proves that there was water on Mars once upon a time and the moon, right? If the
Right.
water's drying up and becoming desert-like lands, they need to go somewhere where there's water. Next stop, Earth. Oh look, 2/3 of that giant ball that's floating around in space is covered in water.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's an interesting theory. On that same kind of note, a lot of people say that octopuses are very
Yes.
bizarre creatures that don't seem to belong here. Like
They
they're
can do
so
anything.
they're very alien. They're very
They
alien.
can
So
get freak out. They can change color. They can change shape. They can. Someone, they put one in a jar, left the lid off, put the lid on, but left it a little bit
yeah.
loose. It put its tentacles out, unscrewed the rest of the lid, it climbed out, and then I think put the lid back on, and then it did whatever it wanted to do. It's like, and then you see them the way they move, even like the squids as well. And the what's the ones that change color? Are they squids? Someone give me the actual species name.
Squids.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they just lie. They can look like the rocks of the broken shells and the sea floor. There's so much. You've just cuttlefish. That's it. Thank you, Stephen. Cuttlefish. Oh my god! Have you seen what they can do? The only time I've ever seen cuttlefish is when I used to have pet birds, and you'd buy the dried out cuttlefish for them to sharpen the beak on. That cuttle there, say cuttlefish without the T's. So yeah, there's just so many. But gonna go now to England, even though I'm already here. But this is folklore, named accounts, witness locations, and patterns of mermaids. So
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Go ahead and go on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm just going to read through this and see
Okay.
what people say in the chat. That's cool. So you've got England, early medieval account. I've done that one. That was the one in 1187 off the Suffolk coast at Cogsall. And then 1200s to the 1400s, church carvings, mermaids carved into Durham Cathedral, Kilpeck Church, can't speak again, Norwich Castle. You can see all these places that are still accessible. You can go in and look at all these different carvings and structures and statues. Cornwall, the Mermaid of Zennor, believed to be around the 1300s to the 1400s. A beautiful woman attended church. She sang with unnatural power, lured a local man, Matthew Trewella. Don't know. Oh, and they both vanished into the sea, never to be seen again. So this is Cornish oral tradition, parish retellings, repeated emphasis on voice and song. So that's a pattern. It's constant thing. It's not like, well, no, it's a little like 2 foot tall, kind of looked like a bloke in a wig, and he had a couple of fins for arms. It doesn't change into that. It's that the stereotypical mermaid description every single time. And Jem put Scotland, mermaids, selkies, and coastal watchers, because obviously part of Canada is New Scotland, Nova Scotia, and what have you. So you've got the Orkneys, the Hebrides, and the Shetlands. Shapeshifting is a common trait around there. Seal skins hidden on land. Intermarriage with humans. Children described as odd or sea-called. Recorded by Sir Walter Scott, the local at the local parish notes. Some cases include named families claiming Selkie ancestry. So they're claiming to be the descendants of these so-called mermaids.
Wow. Interesting.
And this is what I mean. So in 1560 in the Orkneys, a mermaid was seen sunning herself on some rocks. Loads of villagers was looking out to see, and they seen her. And as soon as she had noticed that they were there, she dove back into the sea. And that's on the Bishop's records and the Island Chronicles. So all this has been documented.
Wow.
Why would these people out in the middle of nowhere, imagine the Orkneys now, I think there's no one, next to no one that lives there present time. So in 1560, there'd be even less going on. Why would they be saying that they've seen this creature? What are they going to gain from it? Absolutely nothing. Back then, you'd probably get hung or burnt at a stake or something for claiming to see that. But do you know what I mean? Back then, back in medieval times or just after, there'd be stuff like that going on, hangings, beheadings, all that kind of deal.
Witch trials, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, just for claiming to have seen it happen. Not for being one of them, even worse for being one of them. In the 1800s on the Isle of Skye, repeated sightings of female humanoids, long hair, sitting on rocks at dusk. Local fishermen. And the pattern on that was, it was always around twilight, to dusk or dawn. Ireland, the Merrows. Greenish hair, red caps. Deep sea dwellers occasionally marry humans. Irish folklore collections, coastal parish records. So you got the fishermen, you got townsfolk, you've got clergy that are seeing these. The clergy are not going to be going, oh, by the way, I'll do your sermon or your service on Sunday for Sunday Mass, but just want to let you all know I've seen a couple of mermaids last Saturday night as I was walking home. Do you know what I mean? They're not. It doesn't happen. They're not the sort of people that are just going to come out random. They're going to be 100% as to what they've seen is, for them, actual fact. Description: pale skin, long dark hair, human face, fishtail. Attempted vocalization.
Are you frozen or am I?
You.
There you are.
You, always you, never me. Do you know how much I pay for my broadband? I do not freeze.
And it's the other way. It's the other way. Always you, never me. On this side.
Yes. But it's just, yeah. And these whales now, so they're called water women or warners. So beautiful women live beneath the water. They can marry humans. Welsh myth, cycles, and bardic tradition. These accounts often describe physical beings, not spirits. They're all actual, like flesh and blood type creatures. Now we're going to go to naval reports in the 18th and 19th century. So this is Captain Peter Can they not just have names I can pronounce just once, please?
You said Peter, okay.
Peter McQuahe, Quhae. So this is on the South Atlantic, and it's a British naval route. It was observed by the captain, officers, and crew. Human upper body, dark hair, prominent brow. That takes you back to the Bigfoot type cryptid. Fish-like lower half. And this has been recorded in the British Admiralty logs. Credible multi-witness testimonies. And that's back in the 18th century. That's back in the 1700s.
Where are the blondes? Are there any blondes?
I don't think they are. Not unless someone's poured bleach in the river, then I don't know. Right, well, so this is 1920s Blackpool coast. If you've ever been to Blackpool in the UK, they have the light. So imagine Las Vegas, but it's just like a little side street of Las Vegas. And there's a few pubs and restaurants, and you can buy rock and you've got the dollar store and all that kind of stuff going on, the donuts and cotton candy. I have to remember the American terminology for these as well, or you don't know what I'm going to be talking
You're
about.
saying it right. You're saying it right.
So it's all that, it's all your tack and your kiss me quick hats and all that kind of stuff. You got the fairground and the Big Dipper and the roller coaster, dodgems, etc. So this is the 1920s in Blackpool, which is the northwest of the UK, and he's a retired fisherman. He's seen a female-shaped figure swimming against the tide. Observed her for several minutes. That was in the local Lancashire papers.
Wow.
So
it's there, man. It's there.
But the thing is, with the sea in Blackpool, you don't want to be going in there because you're going to be more ill going in than you was before. So yeah, it's not the cleanest, or it never used to be. Then you've got the Scottish coast back in the 1970s. Multiple reports of human-like swimmers not using arms, vanishing beneath the waves, and they're in the maritime reports. So these are as well. So it jumps back then to patterns and specific UK patterns that are constantly coming up every single time on every report, regardless of whether it's fake or someone's imagination or actual seeing these creatures. Female appearance always dominates. Very rare that it's a male, always female looking. Long hair, often wet. Who'd have thought? Wow, a mermaid with long wet hair that lives in the sea.
What?
I know.
It's
wow.
Right?
Oh my God.
What
anyway, often wet, dark or greeny, dark colour. So I suppose a bit like moss algae type, which
seaweedy.
Yeah, kind of. Silent or near silent behaviour.
You have barnacles. That's what I want to know. Are there any barnacles?
It might get to that. Always appears at dusk, storms, liminal timers. So usually at night when your eyes are trying to adjust between the light and dark, or when these storms come in, there's not going to be many people about. I don't know what the reason for that is. Strong emotional or hypnotic presence. Repeated links of the song or the sound that they make when they're trying to communicate or vocalize, it comes out very song-like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been constant for over 800 years, and that's just the UK. Wow. That's what's been documented. So these are the serious UK-centric theories of what they could be. Relict aquatic hominian in the North Atlantic. Human-adapted marine offshoot, which is what I was saying before about the missing link, or that we've adapted to go and live in the sea. Mm-hmm. Liminal entities tied to coastline consciousness. So they're not actual physical beings, they're some sort of like water spirits of some sort. And then we get to what you were saying, ocean-based NHI, non-human intelligence.
Yeah. I just don't know.
So there's a load more than that, but they're the four out of everything that's been categorized that are the ones that are being taken seriously.
I like the one you mentioned where, like, if you think about, because a lot of people are going to hate this, but that we came from the ocean, right? We crawled out of the ocean and changed and evolved or what have you.
Yeah.
And what if there was a group that stayed behind?
Yeah.
Stayed behind, but they also evolved.
But if there was evolution, and it was like, obviously, the evolution is for you evolve so that you can adapt to keep that species alive, then all these other pre-species should no longer exist. So you shouldn't have fish. You shouldn't have reptilians. Reptiles.
I don't
you
know.
Shouldn't have
that's
birds.
How it works. I don't think that's
because
how it works.
And it's supposed to be. It's like with apes and that. If we've evolved from apes, then surely apes shouldn't exist anymore because it's gone to the next.
It's not a.
You've evolved to the next level.
Yeah. There can
Well,
be.
no, that's not my thinking, but that's
Yeah.
what there's a lot of theories. A lot of people are saying that.
Right.
For me, it gets to a certain point of evolution, then it changes. But if that pre-species is still able to exist without any conflict with the next one, then surely they'll keep carrying on. That's why we've got what we've got.
Yeah, it makes sense because if they crawled on, not everyone survived, right? But some did, and they crawled on and they began to become whatever. Continued growth, continued. Same thing was going on in the oceans. The ones that said, "Nah, I ain't going up there, son. I'm not getting that sand. I'm staying in the water." Continued to grow or change or whatever, and that makes sense to me. That, you know what I'm saying? I like that theory. Daddy like.
Yeah. Oh, what's not to say there's some messed up people that decided to interbreed with fish?
Yikes. Just
Well, you're all thinking
all over
it.
the ocean.
You're all thinking it.
Skeet.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah, that's it. That's pretty much where it goes with mermaids. You can find specific accounts and documents with names of people that were involved and the exact place, time, and date. So it had just been too much to go into. This would have been like 5 hours long if they'd have done that, because we'd have been getting the names and what they said and everything else. We've already done an hour and 2, an hour and 3. So, but for me, it's very fascinating, because then you think, well, what lives up in the mountains? I know you got Bigfoot. What lives in the jungle? What I'm saying is what we don't know about.
Right.
So you've got so much that lives in the ocean that we have not got a clue. People go hiking and climbing in the mountains and go trekking through the jungles, but there's got to be so much that has not been touched by man. There might be tribes that are there that are living side by side with these other humanoid cryptids. We don't know, because we're not there. And those that are there that find out, it's probably the last thing that they ever see or do. So,
yeah, they find out the hard way, as they say.
Yeah, they find out, and then it's like, oh shit, I have no one to tell. Bye. Game over, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how it goes. So that's it. We're done, David.
It was awesome, bro. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to
No. Yeah, we're going to be doing so many more of these. We're not sure on the exact date.
Every single person that joined us today, I want to thank you personally. Thank you so much, guys. Just to let everybody know, on Instagram, Down the Rabbit Hole, definitely go follow me there. I'm at 599,675. We're about to hit 600,000, guys. If you're not following me, help me get to 600,000. I also have David Don't Know Instagram, which is my podcast. In case you didn't realize that, it's my podcast, and you can follow me on YouTube at David from DTRH. That's David from DTRH. David is spelled with a Y. Down the rabbit hole, babies. All right, guys. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Andy.
Yes. And before we go, just to let everyone know, all the new subscribers and followers and listeners and viewers, I will be back on tomorrow, 7:30 UK time, 2:30 Central Time, 3:30 EST. Myself and Abby, we do the UFO files. Wednesday, myself and Nicole do Encyclopedia of the Unknown. That's 8:30 UK time, 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central. I got the times wrong. No, 7:30 Monday, 1:30 Central, 2:30 Central, 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern.
There you go.
Right. Yes. I have to remember so much doing this. And then we are back on Friday. It was myself, David, Abby, Nicole, sometimes Tommy when he's not at a birthday party. Sometimes. Not yet. Not this year. No, we did do one that went out last night when Tommy was talking about his UFO encounters that went out in the UFO files. So if you've not already seen it, you can watch that back on there. There is going to be a part 2. We just ran out of time and we could not do any more because we all had other things that pre-planned. So That's it. Thank you. If you don't subscribe, please do subscribe. Go and follow David, follow Abby at Lifting the Veil, Nicole Paranormal, myself, and Tommy at Let's Get Freaky. That is it from us. Have a wonderful 24 hours-ish, and we'll see you back tomorrow, and myself and Abby. So take care. Thank you again. See you all soon.
Goodbye.